you might not support me today, but I want to be 70 and 80, and I see my children enjoying the benefit of the sacrifice I've made today. Because I tell you wholeheartedly, not with any sentiment, if Bola Tinubu cannot redirect the ship of Nigeria, no politician currently can do it. None. Not Atiku, not Peter Obi, none of them.
You're welcome. I have two gentlemen in the studio. By my right is Mr. Larry, and on my left is Mr. Nelson.
Welcome.
So, I want you outside there to join us in this discussion. Let me introduce what we are talking about. Seyi Law says if Tinubu is not fixing Nigeria, that there is no other presidential candidate, there is no other person that will be able to fix Nigeria. In Nigeria, I believe we have more than 250 million people, but I don't know how that can be true. With this, I will go to Mr. Nelson to tell me more about it. Whether the way Nigeria is looking right now, Nigerians are feeling now, what can he say if he can still, with what he's saying, when come out to campaign to the same person, which he did everything to make sure that Tinubu win 2023. Whether he can still do the same thing again, Mr. Nelson, the question is for you.
Okay, welcome guys. And for me, I stand with what I believe. I believe in the capacity of Bola Tinubu, which is now, by the grace of God, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And as you said, I campaigned for him. I rooted for him. And let us talk about the discussion of today. I believe a lot of people have been talking, reacting to what Seyi Law has said. That if Tinubu cannot do it, if Tinubu cannot fix this country, no other person, talking about all the options we have, can do it. Because we know their antecedents, we know their capacity, they have been tested, and in many occasions, they failed. So it's not when you give them, the highest level of office, that it's not that time they will succeed. Some of them have been governor of a state, some has been vice president of the country, and we have others, many of them governors, and we know the state they have governed. We know how that state is faring now. So if you people are talking down, abusing Seyi Law here and there because he made this statement, let me tell you, it's a statement of fact. Because President Tinubu, judging by his antecedent, judging by what he has done in the past, and judging by what he's doing right now, how he's placing Nigeria in pedestrian right now, I believe no other presidential candidate right now we know that can beat that.
Okay. So, Mr. Larry, I don't know whether you can agree with what he says. He has making his point that there is no other presidential candidate. I don't know whether you can agree with him in that, looking at the economies, looking at the situation of the Nigeria, the tense Nigerians are feeling and what they are going through. And I don't know whether you can agree with what he says.
Yes, he made one statement. He said others have been tested and they failed. Now I want to ask him, is Tinubu not failing now?
No.
Now, he made, I think you have to give me time, let me make my point. He made Naira at, I think 500. Now we are talking about the 1,600 Naira. Now it looks like Nigerian currency is now the worst in the world. The worst performing currency in the world. You see our farmers, they prefer to take our product, our farm product, to nearby Niger Republic, simply because our Naira is nothing to write home about. Is that not failure? Now, if you say there are people that cannot perform as Tinubu, that is a total lie, total fallacy. Because we have people like, someone like Obasanjo. If Obasanjo, we have somebody like Yaradua. Under Yaradua, this country economy was about the best economy I've ever had so far. since 1999. We had one of the fastest growing economy. But under this administration, nothing seems to be working. We are paying high tariff in everything. There's high tariff in telecommunication charges. There's high tariff in electricity. And despite that, government is even trying to hike tariff again. There's high tariff in food, in food we consume. Before now, a conga of rice, or whatever they call it, is about 300 or 400. Now we are talking of, I think there was a time we go to 1,500. But when Nigeria started shouting, it started reducing to 1,100. Food has become a commodity that people can no longer afford. Nigerians are dying of hunger. Under this administration, we see people, they commit suicide. Things that have never happened before are beginning to happen under this administration. And then someone is saying that Tinubu can fix Nigeria. How can he fix Nigeria when Nigeria has become a ridicule? At the time, in the Committee of Nations, at the time we were hearing the IMF and the World Bank were saying that, look, you have to change your style. This style is no longer working. A government that will just come into power, considering the fact that under Buhari, Nigeria has been experiencing pain, excruciating pain, and this man came in, he tripled the pain. Now, Nigerians can't even feed. Nigerians cannot even feed their family. You see a man now, you'll be thinking of how to feed the wife, you'll be thinking of how to feed the children. Children can no longer eat balanced diet anymore just because a president said he wants to reform. Is it not? Do you want to reform people that are dying? People that are dying of hunger. Your reform is causing death. Your reform is causing death. Your reform is causing hunger. Your reform is causing famine in the country, and you still want to continue with such reform. Is such reform meaningful? At the time he said he wanted to even remove subsidy on electricity, it was when Nigeria shouted that how can you do that before he now mellowed down. So is it that this president wants to? Is it that this man hates subsidy?
Okay.
Is it that he hates subsidy? We should have one or two things that we must be benefiting as a citizens of this nation. Considering the fact that we have been suffering from the past.
It's losing more time.
All right.
Yes, you can go ahead. Let me hear your point. I don't think he has any meaningful point because I don't know how you can defend Tinubu on this. I don't know.
I can defend Tinubu any day, anytime. I can defend him.
Go ahead.
Let me just. That is the sentiment you people are throwing about. I don't throw the way sentiment, because if you tell Nigerians that people are hungry, that is what they want to hear. Yes. They are hungry, but they don't know what the president and the government of the day, what they are doing to caution all those effects. They are hungry. So that is by the way.
To survive.
That is by the way we need food, and the president is trying to provide all those things. So we need to just get a little patient.
How long are you going to be patient?
Yes, I will tell you. You are not going to die. Since you did not die in your mother's womb, your mommy, your parents have been complaining of hunger, yet they live. Yet they live like this. Some say they have been abusing their president, they have been talking down on the president, yet they are still alive. They have not died of hunger. But let me just lay the foundation very quickly. When people are saying all sorts of things against the president, this is the only president that I see that he had the courage to bring out all this reform. He's a reformer. And there is no country that is undergoing reform that you will not see the effect of reform. What you are complaining about right now may be as a result of the effect of the reform the president is embarking on. So when he came to power, he sat down. When they are campaigning for election, that is a different ball game. When I get there, I will do this. But when he now gets to the office and now see a lot of things, see the data on ground, he needs to restructure the country and reset the country. So that is why he embarked on this restructure, removing the fuel subsidy, floating the naira and all that. So it's because of the benefit, and the mentality behind it is that we don't want to eat the futures of our unborn children.
Are we eating any future? Before now,
let me land.
Okay, allow him to land.
Let me now. I told you earlier, people have been complaining of hunger. When I was growing up, I hear our parents also talking like this. They are talking very harshly more than this. So I never experienced any regime that people will not complain. But what matters is that the president is laying a golden foundation. The foundation that many his predecessor failed to do. To remove the subsidy, you know, when former President Goodluck Jonathan tried it, you know the kind of opposition that arise.
He was one that was behind it.
That's so it didn't show courage. It didn't show courage. It takes the courageous leader like President Bola Tinubu. Maybe by that time he didn't have the data at hand, but now he has it.
Okay.
So the buck stop in his table right now. He knows everything on ground right now, and you know this president is a record breaker. Look at what he did prior to when he became the president of Nigeria. What he did in Lagos State. You know, by that time, I'm just setting my foundation. I'm just setting my foundation. I'm just setting foundation. So for you to know the person you are dealing with, that time a lot of people were complaining, but right now I believe that none of them will complain. So this is what is going on right now. So he removed the fuel subsidy. By removing the fuel subsidy, you know the implications of it, that every other thing will also move up, and he also float the naira. So you also know the implication. By doing that, you reach a stage where everything will be normalized. You talk about IMF. Do you check the recent report from IMF? Go and check it. If you don't check it very well, go and check it. So it's a green light. So another body also did a report and also give kudos to the president reform. So you guys need to be patient.
Okay, all right.
He mentioned that Jonathan removed subsidy, but we know what happened. When Jonathan removed subsidy, it was 60 something to 80 something, 89. But under this government, the same subsidy removed. Although some people say that the subsidy is not completely removed.
Okay.
So, but I don't know what you can say about this. And looking at the inflation in the country, now with the subsidy they removed under Jonathan, I could remember they said that there is what they call Shopee, and that to empower the young one to empower. But now, after they remove under President Tinubu, what are you saying that this money going about? Can you really?
Okay. I want, before I answer your question, he made mention of IMF report, that IMF is turning out some report now, trying to making it look like if the policy of government is working. Fine. IMF will always do that because they are creditors to Nigeria. So whatever you are going to do,
you are the first.
Let's stop. They are the creditors to Nigeria. So whatever you are going to do, so that you pay back the money they borrowed you, they will support it. They were the first to initiate this policy.
So why
they recommended the policy.
Why I mentioned IMF?
No.
You are the first one to mention.
Yes, I understand.
You said they gave negative reports on president, but I said the positive report he gave.
Yes, they gave. No. I didn't condemn. No, I didn't condemn. I'm commending them. I'm saying that they are the reason why they gave that pass mark is because IMF will always be happy.
What is the reason why they gave the negative mark?
Yes, because things were not working. The policy was not working.
Where is that working out and they gave a positive
Nigerians.
What do you say about that?
If Nigerians can feed, if indices of development and economic growth is moving up, that's when we can say the policy is working. As far as I'm concerned, the policy is still within a circle. It's trying to whether go up or operate better, or whether it's going to slide. But we can't say now. But what I'm trying to say is that IMF will always issue a policy that will enable you to pay back their loans. So they will tell you stop subsidizing, so that the money they give you, they will. So the point is now gave me now. The point is now giving that look, the subsidy this man removed. Ideally, fine. If you want to remove subsidy on fuel, fine, remove subsidy on fuel. But leave the dollar. All you just need to now fight all those those racketeering in the dollar market, ensure that the right people operate, the licensed individuals operate in that terrain, so that you will not see people that will be getting the dollars and be storing in the house. They will not use dollars for developmental purposes. You will see banks now, they will go to people who prefer to go to Bureau de change to make to buy dollars instead of approaching the banks. These are what you
can buy dollar right now from your bank.
Well, no, I'm not aware of that anyway. But they will direct you.
Get your from your bank. They will
direct you to
the same amount with.
But when you get to them, they will tell you they don't have. So that no.
It's in your app. Just log in on your app. You see, if you have a domiciliary account, if you want to convert your naira to dollar, very easy.
You can have network breakdown. You know Nigeria, they will prefer to go to the Mala. When you go to yeah, you can have. But what you are saying is that the subsidy.
Now, are you true with your point?
No, I'm not true. The subsidy removal has really endangered the life of Nigeria in so many ways. It has endangered the naira. It has subjected the naira to public ridicule. I'm ashamed. If you go to online now, you will see Ghanaians, you will see Cameroonians, you will see South African. I mean, this in Nigeria, they are talking negative about Nigeria. When you just convert ordinary $5, or $5 is almost telling you how many of almost $1 million or thereabout, whatever, or 1,000 rather.
That is not true.
That's embarrassing.
We know what they did. If Nigeria did the same thing.
Yeah, what's up, Nigeria?
No, we can't do
no, why?
We are wiser than that. Do you know what they did?
No, they redenominate.
Yes, we are consistent and we are pursuing our naira to be reckoned with in the currency.
But their currency is stronger than ours.
Okay, guys.
Their currency is stronger than ours, right? You agree?
Okay, guys.
It's stronger, but the value.
Okay.
What we can get here in Nigeria very cheap. Go and buy it in Ghana.
Guys, I don't know what you are saying, which of them you support. Just go to the comment section there. Let me see, know your opinion, know what you are saying, know who you support, and then don't forget to subscribe. And I'm just giving them only 3 minutes to round up their. I give you 3 minutes only. Then I will also give you 3 minutes. That 3 minutes.
My time start now, right?
Yes.
I believe we have diverted from even the topic. So what
Seyi Law
says is a statement of fact. When you look at Peter Obi, because those one are grand, because he's talking of presently, he's not talking of those who have ruled the country before. Okay, talking about presently. When we are looking at presently, who are those vying to be president? Talking about Omoyele Sowore, that one is without record. The only record he has is to protest. So when we are talking of Peter Obi, we know his antecedent, we know what he has done, what he did in Anambra State. We know the zero record he has in Anambra State. So talking about
that guys there would agree with you that Peter Obi has
don't interrupt me. Talking about Atiku Abubakar, who has been vying to be president since 1992.
Under the economy.
I have my time. My time is 3 minutes. Let me have my time.
1 minute.
So talking about Atiku Abubakar, I just want to make the debate so that we go back to the root of our debate. So talking about Atiku Abubakar, what he has been doing so far. So you cannot tell me right now that if you give those people a chance that they will beat my man, talking about Jagaban. He cannot. So that is why Seyi Tinubu said what he said. And that is a statement of fact. If you like dragging, if you like abusing, he said what he said. And that was the truth.
Okay,
all right. He talked about Atiku Abubakar. Why I wouldn't want to include Atiku Abubakar in this discussion is because under him, he was part of an administration that really grew the economy of this nation. I think he was in charge of privatization. And we know under privatization, some policies he was able to come up with that ensure that Nigerian economy, which was handed over by the military, grew. No, he grew at that time. Whether we like it, he grew.
boss.
No, he grew.
But he never agreed.
Whether you like it or not.
The policy of his boss.
Whether you like it or not, the economy grew. The economy grew, and you cannot attribute that to an Obasanjo alone. So whether you like it or not, if Atiku is giving, Atiku is a young person, relatively young person. If giving Atiku that opportunity, he probably will do better than a Tinubu, because whether we like it or not, under when Obasanjo took over from the military, I think we had less than 9 billion in our foreign reserve. Yes, I'm talking about Atiku. They came together. He was a vice president. So what I'm saying is that under him, yes, Obasanjo gave him power. He did. He was in charge. They were in charge of economy.
Was in charge of.
But he was part of it. He headed that. He headed it.
What the only thing he did was to steal money.
That was not part of the argument. That was not part of the argument. That's not part of the of what we are saying now. Whether it's stole money or not, that is in the past. We don't want to know. But if an Atiku is given the chance, the possibility that he will do better than Tinubu is very high, because he was under. It was under him. He was part of an administration. He was part of an administration of that administration that performed very well in this economy. So probably he would have given the right advice to ensure that this economy grew. And then before I come in, let me come in now. The best way this administration can never progress until he works out modalities at ensuring that insecurity is totally removed. The middle belt is the food basket of this nation. Now, there cannot be that killing. If killing continues to take place in the middle belt, definitely we are going to be in trouble in terms of food supply in this country. The Tinubu should work hard to ensure that there is security. Insecurity in the middle belt is very terrible. Not like this. Killings must be removed.
What Tinubu said. Is it?
But yes, I just said it. No, and Atiku. I'm not talking of Obi. And Atiku can rival a Tinubu. If you are to be a young man, he can rival a Tinubu. He can rival a Tinubu.
Even Obi is
no, and you are wrong, because Obi has never worked. He has never been president.
He has been executive governor of a state.
Yes, it's a different work. A vice president is more than a governor. A vice president is more than a governor.
Okay, guys.
A vice president is more than a governor.
Okay, guys. I believe you have one thing or the other to share in the comment section there.